Hey guys and gals, it's Gareth again at Cosmic Toys. I'm your one and only Cosmic Toy Man. Right, what have we got for you this week? Now, as you know, I'm trying not to buy. I'm trying not to be buying more stock in at all, purely because I'm really overwhelmed. You know I am. You've seen the videos, you've seen the Marvel figures, you've seen the DC figures. You know I've still got tons of Doctor Who stuff to go through, and I still haven't finished sorting that Godzilla collection. On top of that, people keep bringing me stuff, and I'm trying not to buy at the moment. But I always feel obliged when someone comes through the door with a bag of things because they've already made the trip. So yes, I've still been buying. But not too much, which is a good thing. Randomly, I've ended up with a couple of dinosaurs this week. These are V-Rexes, so those things that were invented, I believe, for the 2005 King Kong movie by Peter Jackson. Was it 2005? I think it's 2005. Now they have moving jaws. They are both apparently the same dinosaur. You can see they're both in the same pose. They have the same kind of colouring and everything. But the guy wasn't happy when he received them. He ordered them off Amazon for 17 quid each, $16.99. And when they arrived, both of the feet were a little bit, I don't know if you can tell, squashed together. I haven't done anything with this one yet, just so you could see exactly what I mean there. And I don't know if you can pick it up, but it makes them difficult to stand up. So that one's standing. He wasn't happy at all, so he contacted the seller on Amazon, told him, and the seller gave him a refund for both and told him to keep them. So, because he had nothing tied up in them, he decided to bring them down. He didn't give them to me, but he used them to trade against something else that he wanted, and I gave him a £5 a piece for them. But as you can see, a bit of hot water, and it straightens out those legs. And now, he says, they stand. Balance perfectly well on their own. So I will do the same with this one as well, so that they're both perfect, or as close to perfect as possible. Now I'm going to move them out of the way because I'm going to get caught on the tails every time I lean forward, so they're going to the front now. And I think they're out of shot, but typically they're both stood up. Typical. Right, okay, so I did say that I've been buying, but not everything that you can see here is what I've bought this week. The Nifflers, which you might be able to see, actually came with the Marvel and DC superhero figures. They were a box full of weird, random stuff, including a Niffler money box. Now, can you hear this? Don't do much, makes a little noise. The idea is you put that down, place your coin on there, and then as you release it, his hands lift up, the coin falls off the plate there into his little pocket, his little pouch, which then puts it inside the money box. That's quite cool. There were these 4 little Nifflers. It's got a mucky mark on top. There we go, it's gone now. Looks like they've been breeding. So there's a grey one, little plushy ones. What's it say on them? Warner Brothers, Wizarding World, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. So that's the more recent one, isn't it? I think. And then not much else. Doesn't even have a manufacturer there. I believe these were by the Noble collection. The grey one, black and white one, black one, and a brown and black one. Brown and black, and I'm colourblind, aren't I? Brown and white. That one looks like a hamster. So we'll put those back down there. And there's also this giant one in there as well. It's got a United States of America 1924 quarter Dragot? I don't know. And this one's by Max Great, Max Makes. That's Max with a double X. Imported by Max Marketing. But again, official Warner Brothers Wizarding World labels on there. There we are, that's enough niffling for today. Again, in with that superhero lot, we've got this Sin City prop replica badge. It's Detective John Hartigan's. Limited edition to 2,500. It's not very limited then, is it really? This is a number 115. Dimension Films, Troublemaker Studios, Miramax Film Corporation, blah blah blah, and it's by Necker. Now it does say prop replica. Now when I took this out, first glance from the front, you think, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't recall prop replicas being pin badges though. Oh well. Still pretty nice looking item. That's fairly solid, so I don't know if that's like a solid piece of that hard leather you can get. What's that? Also from the Marvel and superhero job lot, there's this. Oh, this is really, really nice actually. It's the Doctor Strange Eye of Agamotto. It's just got it listed as Eye of Agamotto model on the box. And on the box it just says Doctor Strange, only in cinemas. This item is not a toy. It's got all your warnings on there. It's got your licensing information on there. And that's it. There's no manufacturer. There's none underneath. I have no idea who made this. But it makes quite a nice display. It's obviously an official product. The stand's quite nice. The metal plaque there. Doctor Strange only in cinemas, Eye of Agamotto. Marvel, blah blah is what it says as well. Quite literally says blah blah. And then you've got your actual piece, and it's just, it doesn't open up or anything at all. It's just a metal lump with a little glass stone on the front of it. So it looks nice and displays nice. It isn't actually all that special. It's one of those sort of like pieces of metal that's made to look antique, but it doesn't do anything. And I don't know where that comes from. Don't know who made it, where it came from, or anything. So if you've got any information on that, let me know. Okay. And then there's the Avatar The Last Airbender, or Aang The Last Airbender, or whatever it's called, wherever you come from. Legend of Aang. We've got a figure of Aang himself. Complete with this bow staff type thing. And we've got Katara and Zuko. Now these are 5 inches tall. I believe that they are the McFarlane Toys ones. I've got to be honest with you, I'm quite impressed with these. I think that they are great likenesses to the characters in the animated series. They're fairly well articulated. And I'm more impressed by the clothing texture on the plastic. Each one of them, you probably won't think of anything like this, but each one of them is uniquely different. The Sokka is a little bit more smoother on his, and a little bit more rough, but then you've got a really coarse design to the dress there that she's got. It's really, really strange. Really strange. You would imagine them all to be the same kind of plastic, but not at all. Obviously, Aang's, like I said, has got his bow staff. Sokka's got his boomerang. And Katara's got a glob of water. Yes, I know she's a water bender. But a blob of water. Okay. And obviously we've got the Air Bison. Appa. Again, really, really cool details, I think, on that. Not the most articulated, the legs don't move or anything like that. The head's got a little bit of articulation. The tail's got a little bit. I'm going to be careful with that because it was off in the box when it came in, so I'm not going to pull on it too much. And the mouth. I believe the mouth opens and closes. Yeah, some articulation there. So that's about it on that one. But it's a nice detailed model. I like it. thought I just saw something stamped underneath it then. 2021 Viacom, 2021 TMP, blah blah blah, made in China, CE. Again, no manufacturer mark. I'm fairly sure that these are the McFarlane ones. I know I've said that once already, but I'm fairly sure they are. There we go. Now, the vast array of colours in the middle here. This was a lady that rang me up last Saturday, a week today. Yes, you're getting this Tuesday, I'm saying this Saturday. She rang me up and asked me if I knew anywhere that she could sell vintage Polly Pocket toys. She knows I won't be interested because I only sell boys' toys. Now, I only sell boys' toys because that's all that ever comes in. Polly Pocket are actually amazing toys. I think they're fantastic. I say this as a fan of Mighty Max, obviously, and Polly Pockets were the precursor to Mighty Max. And as soon as she said that over the phone, I said, never mind anywhere else. I said, get them down here. I'll buy them off you, love. So she did, and she also brought a bag of My Little Pony with her as well. Now these are all vintage ones. You've got the Polly Pockets, which are from 1990. This one in particular is 1995. I think some of the earlier ones will be, well, earlier. This was 93. They're dead. 89. So yeah, they range from 89. I think 89 were the earliest ones. I will flick through some of these for you so that you can see them on close-up. So here's all the Polly Pockets. We've got a couple of the cheapy knockoffs as well. I don't think that dino sticker is original to this. Actually, doesn't look too bad for a knockoff. And we've got one here called Betty's Club. Again, one of those cheaper versions that you could get at the time. But obviously, bootleg type items of popular toy lines also have a bit of a following as well. Now, I don't know if the correct figures are in there, correct figures and accessories, but there is a ton of accessories. Here we've got one stuck underneath here, isn't there? Come on out. Come on out. There we are. I think I've left the legs in there. I'll get them out later. You can see there's some kind of old guy there. We've got a carriage. We've got a chopped off half Polly. And a castle. So I'm guessing that's some kind of fairy tale wedding. Oh, and a swan. There's this one, which in fact, I'll come back to that one. I'll come back to that one. There's one of the little compact ones here. Is it a beach? Tropical beach or something? Whoa! There we go. Back again. We're back again. Yeah, like a tropical beach or something. We've got some turtle. I think they're flattened dolphins. That's what happens to dolphins when you turn them into burgers or something. Whatever they are. There's another one. So yeah, I need to make sure they've got the correct figures in there. If they haven't, I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Two little characters on horseback in a stable. That kind of seems right to me. That one. I know what this one is. This one's Suki's Tea Room, and I know that because I've already got one. That is not the correct character for it. This one. You know, that's the only problem when you're looking down at something with the when you're using a gimbal. It just gives up and starts turning around on you. This one's a metallic one. That seems quite busy, doesn't it? So I love these little playset things. Can't bring myself to keep them because 40-year-old bloke really shouldn't be collecting Polly Pockets, should he? Or should he? Water park one. There's a poly that fell out of that one. Great big star one here. One of the larger sets. I'll end up losing all these pieces, aren't I? Oh, there we go again. There we go. I'll end up losing all these pieces. There's quite a few in there. Let's take them down. A bed? No, it's not a bed, it's a makeup table. I was actually shopping around in TK Maxx a couple of weeks ago, and they had some Polly Pockets on the shelf there. And one of them, I was so close to buying it. It was a UFO. I just thought, how weird is that? A UFO? Polly Pocket UFO. So I nearly did buy it for myself, which is absolutely mental. 40-year-old man considering buying Polly Pocket toys for himself. Mental. Oh, that's quite cool. That's like a woodland scene, isn't it? You got a little squirrel there. Interesting. She's got face down in the river there. She's killing himself. Oh my word. There we go. That one has a necklace on it as well, so it's not just a Polly Pocket, it's a Polly Locket. Ba-dum-tsh. You know, I've made some kind of joke there. I bet that's what they actually called them back in the day, isn't it? Have I already done this one? I don't know. Have I already done this one? No, I haven't, have I? No. I certainly haven't done this one. This one again, it's another little locket one. It's got a thread on it for you to hang it around your neck and not choke yourself with it. Cool. And did we look at this one? Like a yellow storybook. Open it up and see, they're just so cool. I think they're great. And there's a pink one. Ooh. All glittery, sparkly. Oh, goodness me. Okay. And then this one, which I was going to show you earlier. The only reason I didn't is apparently this is the best one. This is the fantastic one. It's covered in glitter. So Twilight's Edward would fit right at home here, wouldn't he? And under the sea. It's got all your dolphin, it's got a turtle. What's that? It's a seahorse under there, cool. But, let me have a look. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but it's lit up. So when you open it, it lights up. Oh, bloody hell. Jeez. Let's see if I can move it over somewhere else where there's no lights on it. You can get a little bit more of an appreciation from it. So, that's it. As it is, and then it lights up when you turn it on. And obviously, after all these years, I mean, what we're looking at? What we're looking at? When did this one come out? Does it say anywhere? 1995. So we're looking at what? Nearly 30 years now, and it's still, the lights are still working on it. I think that's great. Let's see if we can shut it. There we go. It shuts. This one's a pencil case, or so I'm told. So you got your, it looks like a town, isn't it? Chemist, post office, officers, dentist. So not a pencil case then, sorry, a money box. So you put all your coins. Now, today's coins aren't going to fit in there, are they? No siree, they're not. Although, I say that. £2 coin? When did we get the £2 coin? No. £2 coin? What year is this? 1989? We didn't have £2 coins back then, did we? We didn't. I'm sure we didn't. Oh, wow. And this one, each of them are like a vehicle on a ring. You wear on your finger now. Unfortunately, 3 of them are missing. But again, pretty cool. I think they're cool. And there's a random batch there of extra ones to go into the Polly Pocket. And there's one there which I find quite interesting. It's still sealed in its little baggie. And she's got headphones on. She's on her way to disco, isn't she? And here's the My Little Ponies. I'll just quickly go over these. I don't know any of the names or anything like that, but they're all G1, Generation 1 ponies. Bit grubby and grimy, so they need a good wash. Dirty ponies. Dirty, dirty ponies. That one's dead. Just goes to show, sparkling isn't always the best thing to do, is it? A little baby one. Little baby one. It's quite mad. I like the ring that one sits in. That it's a duck. Maybe that's because one of my daughters used to be mad on ducks when she was little. So might have something to do with that. And then that one does have the twisty tail type thing. No, that wants to die. So yeah, I was really, really pleased to take those in. Of course, there's going to be hours of work now matching up the correct figures with the correct playsets. Woe is me. So watch out for those in a cabinet in a Cosmic Toys near you soon. Now, you may see behind me, or maybe you don't because there's figures stood in front of it, a lightsaber box. And yes, there is indeed a Star Wars Darth Vader lightsaber, Force Effects lightsaber from Master Replicas. Now, I don't know if I've shown this particular one in a video before, but this was traded into me this week from a customer who bought it off me just a few months ago. So there's every likelihood that this has already featured in a video. Now, it does work. Isn't that awesome? I love it. Let's see if I can turn these lights off so that you can see it a little better. Oh, that worked, didn't it? Oh, we love it, don't we? We do, we love it. Now to try and get these lights back on. There we go. Usually I'll turn one on and the other one will go off. Excellent. So yeah, we've got a Darth Vader lightsaber back into stock. There we go. Only thing on the table left to show you are some comics and graphic novels. So let's do that now. I'll make some space so I've got somewhere to put them down. We've got Tokyo Ghost from Image Comics. This is volume 1. They only did 10 issues of this comic series, and the first 5 are in this book. The second 5 are here separately. This was written by Rick Remender and with the art of Colin Murphy. Not Colin Murphy. What am I talking about? I don't know where I got Colin from. Sean Murphy. The art of Sean Murphy. And I believe that Hollingsworth, whoever that is, I think he coloured it. So yeah, you've got a full set of 10 there, quite literally. We've got the New X-Men by Grant Morrison. We've got volumes 1 to 4 here. Now, this is the, apparently, Ultimate Collection. This covers issues 114 to 126. 114 is actually where New X-Men started. Or where this run of it started, anyway. And then it follows on into these 2. Now, I know I said 1 to 4 and that there's only 3 books here. But with that one being an Ultimate Collection, it covers 2 volumes. So you get 1 and 2 in there, and then you get 3 and 4 in there. And I'm probably going to try and sell them as a little bundle together anyway, to be honest. Maybe 15 quid for the 3. That alone should be nearly 30 at RRP, so it's probably a good price, is that? I'll check first to make sure none of them are particularly rare out of print editions or anything like that first. Then we've got another Image Comics run, and it is Thief of Thieves. First 5 volumes there. I've got to be honest, I don't know how long it ran for, or if it's still running at all. But yeah, we've got those. Volume 1 entitled I Quit, Volume 2 Help Me, Volume 3 Venice, Volume 5 The Hit List, and Volume 5 Take Me. And those are your covers. There we go. Now, all in good condition, 1 through 4. 5 has a little damage there to some of the pages in the centre. It's funny, it looks worse there than what it does when you actually open it up. Can't really see the damage then. We've got Deadly Class, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Another Image Comics title. There we go. World War Hulk, covering the prologue, issues 1 to 5, and a What If Planet Hulk. Another Image title, Monstrous, Volume 1. Quite a popular title, is that? Also from Image, we've got Haunt, which I believe this takes place in the Spawn universe. But it's actually written by Robert Kirkman of The Walking Dead fame. We've got 4. I love these. The Complete Collection, Volume 1. Because there's going to be a Volume 2 and a 3 and a 4. So it's not really the Complete Collection then, is it? But yep, there we are. Jason Aaron's run. This is the first 18 issues. Quite cool. Superior Spider-Man. Now, which volume's this? I'm going to say 4. I think it's volume 4. It covers issues 17 to 21. This one looked like an interesting one. It's got a little bit of minor wear, actually. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It's called Gigantic. And it's got quite a few Image Comics names involved in it. Rick Remender, Nguyen, but it's actually by Dark Horse Comics. So Gigantic, because it's... You can see the Japanese writing on there, can't you? That's a big mech versus big monster, big kaiju storyline. So, quite interesting. Maybe I'll give that a go. It's going to be one of those that I stick on a shelf and never get around to reading. Maybe I won't. In hardback, we've got Dead Space. I imagine this isn't going to last in the shop too long. It doesn't say on the back anything that I can really tell you. So let me see. Well, apart from the fact that it's got the artwork of Ben Templesmith in there. That's of 30 Days of Night fame. It's the first printing. I'm guessing it's a full story arc. It covers issues 1 to 6. I would imagine this would have been a 6-issue run. How gruesome is that artwork? That's Ben Templesmith for you, is that? It's very stylistic, is Ben Templesmith. And his artwork is definitely suited to horror. But it's also very simple. It's very... I won't say bland, but it's not bland in the way that sounds. It's bland in a very deliberate way. It's a hopeless kind of feeling that you get from it, which is to set the tone for the actual comics, not to depress the reader, in any way, shape, or form. But if you ever read one of his comics, you'll understand it works. And then here, quite an interesting one. Again, it's one that I don't imagine will hang around for too long. We've got Dice Men. This is by Ian Livingstone with Steve Jackson, and it's the origin of Games Workshop. Now, I find that quite an interesting book, especially at the moment as we're just about to go into the 10th edition launch. So Games Workshop, Warhammer, White Dwarf, Citadel Miniatures and Fighting Fantasy are names which trigger powerful memories for millions of people around the world. The cultural impact of Games Workshop and Fighting Fantasy has been remarkable. But how did it all begin? Since starting out in 1975 as a part-time mail-order business in a modest third-floor flat in West London, Games Workshop has grown from its humble beginnings to become a FTSE 250 company listed on the London Stock Exchange. From distributing Dungeons & Dragons to living in the back of a van, to opening Games Workshop stores, to creating Fighting Fantasy, to launching Warhammer. Co-founders Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson tell their remarkable story for the first time. Dice Men is the fascinating, never-before-told story of an iconic company which changed the world of tabletop gaming forever. It's an insight into the rollercoaster first years of Games Workshop and the birth of an industry. And there's a picture of the two of them on the back there. Just to give you, because I don't want to bore you too long with this one, give you a brief look at the inside of it. It's very text-based by the look of it. Oh, yeah, very text-based. Certainly some cool and interesting things in there. Right, so have we to move on from that lot then? Let's have a look at what's on the shelf behind me, eh? So we've got another 1/18 scale diecast car that came in today. This one's by Ertl Collectibles. And I'll let you have a little zoom in. So it's a 1970 Monte Carlo SS 454. It's 1/18 scale, it's die-cast metal. It's got a serialised chassis, limited edition. Opening doors and hood. Steerable front wheels. And a detailed interior and chassis. Now it's screwed onto the base, so I'm not going to take it off to show you right now. But yes, as it tells you, it does have an opening hood. Doesn't open very far, mind, but it opens. So you can see the engine in there. The doors do open. Again, they don't open very far because no one's actually going to be able to fit in there, are they? No one's getting in and out of that car. And I believe you leave it. This also, the trunk always also opens. So you can hide, what, a couple of £5 notes in there. Who knows? I suppose there's other things you could hide in there, but let's not get into it in this video, shall we? It's nicely detailed, lovely paint colour, lovely metallic blue there. And it comes on the base, which has the logo for the line it comes from. And it's in really good condition, apart from a little bit of chrome wear just there. And you know what's caused that? I can tell you what's caused that because I've seen this before on other model cars. And I've just done it myself, I don't know if you noticed. It's this. It's picking it up like that to move it around that does it. It's our fingers that causes the chrome wear to rub off. So, note to self and note to all of you collectors out there, if you don't already know, either wear gloves or pick it up in a place like that, where your finger's not touching the chrome. Oh, full of these useless tips, aren't I? Not so useless though if you collect them. I'm going to reach this one over. I was going to zoom in on it originally, but I'm actually going to reach it over and bring it over this way. Now, this is something that I picked up. We went out to Wakefield last weekend, last Sunday, and I nipped into the antique centre, the collectible antiques and collectibles centre that's in the Ridings shopping centre. and I go in there every time I go to Wakefield, but I never end up buying anything. This time I bought this Matchbox 1992. What do they call them? Price Busters 2-pack. Now, I've seen these individually listed at £15 to £20 each. That's second hand, and I've seen them sell at the 15s. I haven't seen the 20s sell, but I have seen the 15s sell. And this was in the cabinet for 15 quid. I thought it was worth a bit of a gamble with them. Well, for one thing, you've got two there, so obviously that's already 30. But it's the fact that it's still sealed in the packaging. And I did have a look online before I bought it, just to make sure I wasn't throwing my money into the wind, so to speak. And I couldn't find any more of these at all listed, sealed in the packets. I found a couple of cars, where you got two cars on a card pack, or a truck and a car, but I could not find any with two trucks. So I thought I'd get it, and even if it turns out not to be worth a great deal in the long term, I can't shift it. I eventually want to turn this floor that I'm in at the moment into a museum at the shop, and I figured that would be something quite cool to have displayed in that museum. So there we go. There's a crease visible across the back of the card there, and there's a little bit of wear there. Nothing major. The blister's in really good condition. No yellowing, no crunching, no cracks. Yeah, I think that's quite a nice little piece. And I don't expect that they pop up too often. Obviously, I couldn't find one at all. And let's have a look at everything else. In fact, I'll let the camera do the work. And the next bit you'll hear is me behind the camera. So I have traded in a couple of fantastic four figures. These are Marvel Legends, so 6 inches tall. They do each come with their white boxes. Now apparently these are only like 8 or 10 quid each now at game. So I'm going to stick these away, sit on them for a couple of years, and then I'll bring them out for sale because it's pointless if I try to sell them at the moment. Same guy, one of my regulars. Young Man Joe also brought me in a couple of these Predators. These are by Lanyard, which Lanyard was the company that used to do the knockoff G.I. Joe figures. Oh, not Lanyard, but Lannard. I quite like these that they're doing. I think they're pretty sweet. They're only cheap to buy, but they're fantastic toys for kids to play with. And they actually have play features as well. So there's that one, which, does it say what that one's called? Warrior Hunter. And then this one is Falconer. What? Falconer Hunter. Yeah. Pretty good. And then strangely enough, like I said, those were traded in. But strangely enough, I also had, in with those Marvel and DC figures, another one. There we are. Which looks like that's the same mould as that one there, but with a different head. It looks like a Berserker Predator to me. Whether or not it actually is, I don't know. But then also, in with it were all of these aliens. Now, I'm fairly confident there's going to be a lot of people that don't like these. They are children's toys at the end of the day. They're not designed to be loved by adult collectors. But I've got to be honest, I think they're fantastic. I love the price point of them. I think the quality of them is great considering that price point. The articulation isn't bad at all for what you're paying. But more than anything else, it's the colours. I think the colours on these are absolutely fantastic. Just look at that green one there. I think they're amazing. I really, really do think they're amazing. And I think that they are going to be one of those things in 10, 15 years' time that we're all looking for because you can't find them anywhere anymore. I do. Brilliant. Brilliant! So, thanks for joining me on another roundup of the week's pickups. Hope you enjoyed. I always tend to enjoy it. If there's anything that you like the look of, anything that you want to get your grubby little mitts on, just drop me a line. I'll get back to you with a price and we can discuss buying it from there. Or, even better, call into the shop. There's so much that you don't see on any of these videos that's in the shop, on the shelves, in dump bins, on rails, in the window. You don't see 5% of the stuff that's in the shop in these videos. So if you get the chance, come and take a look. I might even make you a tea or a coffee. Depends how nice you are. Right, okay. Thanks for joining me. Give us a like. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm chasing subscribers at the moment. I'm at just over 300 and I'm trying to get to the 1,000. So, long way to go. So, subscribe if you can, if you haven't already. And ring that ding-a-ling to be notified of future videos. Take care. See you next week. Bye. Right, okay, so not you, not you, not you, not you. I did say that I've been buying, but not everything that you can see here is what I've bought this week. Bye. Bye. Bye.